Hey everyone, welcome back to Ontario Gardening. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We got a dehydrator for Christmas and we're going to show you how to use it to make beef jerky. So you don't really need a lot of ingredients. This is going to be a sweet and peppery mix. If you want to do just peppery, if you like a more smoky peppery flavor, you would just omit the maple syrup from this recipe. We like it a little bit on the sweeter side, so we add maple syrup. But here's what you're going to need. You're going to need half a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, a quarter cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, a quarter cup of that maple syrup if you are interested in the maple syrup. And then for spices, you need 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to mix this all together. I'm going to whisk it. We are going to make a marinade, and we're going to let it marinate. You can let it marinate in the fridge for half an hour up to a day. That's totally how much you want your beef saturated. And then of course we have our beef strips. Now you can do whatever you want for the beef. You could buy cuts, whatever cut you want, and cut it yourself. We actually bought them like this, so they're already pre-cut. I think these were about $8 to do it this way. So this is pretty awesome because it's already done for you. It saves you some of the legwork. It's not very fatty and it'll be perfect for jerky. So we're going to add this all to the bowl. You can use a Ziploc bag for this, but we are trying to get out of using single-use plastics this year. So we are going to put it all into a container, whisk it all up, just till it's nice and mixed there. You just want to make sure all of the seasoning really is blended so you don't get chunks of seasoning on your jerky. And now we're just going to add the beef and make sure it's all coated in there. So I'm going to do that off camera and show you what it's like when it's done. So as you can see, we've got all of the beef really in there. It's all coated and sitting, and I'm going to pop the lid on, throw it in the fridge for a couple hours, and then we're going to throw it in the dehydrator. Okay, so now that the meat has been marinating for the last few hours, we are going to put it onto our dehydrator. So we've got our dehydrator here. It's just a cheap one. It's a $50 one from Amazon. My grandpa got it for us for Christmas. It's a great starting dehydrator because we're just starting out. So we have it's 5 racks high. So we're going to fill each rack with the beef strips, and we're just going to place them far enough apart so that they're not crowded. And I'm going to build this up. I'll put them all together and then I'll show you when it's done, and we'll get drying. Okay, so now we've got a layer of beef on all 5 trays. We are going to put our lid on the top. And for meat, we are going to cook it between 65 and 70. So we're going to dial that all the way there, as you can see, and simply just turn it on. And this is going to cook for about 8 to 10 hours. So I have just thrown it on before we go to bed. And when I wake up in the morning, they'll be close to done. We'll show you in the morning what it looks like. This is what it looks like now. Some people like their beef jerky a little bit tougher. Some like it not as tough. So it'll be all dependent how long you cook it to how you like your jerky. So we will leave this here. We're going to go to sleep and we will check it in the morning. Okay, so we're here in the morning and we have got our beef jerky. So now these are very tiny strips. They were the stir-fry strips, so that's why they shrunk down and became these little tiny pieces. Again, you can use whatever cut of meat that you want, slice it up, and you could make like bigger, thicker pieces of jerky and cook according to those. These are perfect. These are actually just going to be probably dog snacks. Maybe us too, but they are really tiny. So just keep that in mind when you are cooking your meat, that it's going to shrink down. So if you use little pieces, then they're going to become even smaller. So that's it for beef jerky. It's super, super easy. You can use different marinades. Look them up on the internet. There's a whole bunch of different recipes on Pinterest and Google. You can do sweet, salty. There's so many different ones. We're going to try bacon jerky next. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.